Coming up next is Entrepreneurs Anonymous.
It is keeping promises that you make, not to the world out there, but keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Because if you can't keep the promises that you make to yourself, you won't keep the promises that you make to your customers. I don't think that you should even think of stepping out to be an entrepreneur or start a business unless you have a support system.
Life is full of possibilities, just waiting to be discovered. At Scotiabank, we believe in possibilities. For over 100 years, our customers have looked to us to help them uncover what's possible in life, in their finances, and in their future. Because when you believe that anything is possible, anything is. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
So I say, let's plan our vacation, and suddenly everyone's on Liat.com. My wife announces she'll Liat.com, a nice hotel near restaurants and shopping malls. Must hide credit card. The kids want to Liat.com fun activities, and since someone has to be the sensible one, I'll Liat.com flights, or travel insurance, and a car. Well, sort of sensible.
Liat.com. What else do you need?
If you have a great idea, you need a great domain name. And now it's as easy as ABC. Secure your domain name plus free email, hosting, and a website builder for one low price. What are you waiting for? abceeasysites.com.
Everyone has a dream, but only a special few have a story. A story about the journey from idea to enterprise. These special few know about the addiction that causes you to grow, to risk, to build, to share. This is their story. Welcome to Entrepreneurs Anonymous.
Hi, my name is Lorna Barrow, and I'm an entrepreneur. When I hear the word entrepreneur, what comes to mind immediately is passion, commitment, and disruption. Those are my three entrepreneurial words. Passion, because to be an entrepreneur, it starts with the passion, that burning deep inside that drives you to even start the business, to correct a problem. Disruption, because whether you like to admit it or not, you are disrupting the marketplace, you are disrupting customers, you're disrupting the status quo. And the only way you can do this long time is commitment. You have to stick with it, you have to drive it, you have to make it happen when everybody says that you can't make it happen. To me, an entrepreneur is like the opening act in a circus. So you get to be the juggler, and you're throwing the balls up and you're throwing them up, and you only have 2 balls, but then they keep adding balls, and either you keep them up and you make it all the way to the end of your act to thunderous applause, or the balls fall over and the people don't even wait around for the elephants. That, to my mind, is what an entrepreneur is. My life is unapologetic. I just live as I choose to live, and those are the words that when I think of myself, I think of me as never wanting to have to apologize for being who I am, never wanting to have to change my story, never wanting to have to do it to please anyone. So 3 words to describe Lorna A. Barrow: in your face. I'm passionate about helping Caribbean women to realize their true worth and live their potential. That is just one aspect of what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about entrepreneurs understanding the business of being in business. That starting a business because you did specialized work does not mean that you can run a business doing specialized work. And when I get those 2 things happening, women understand their worth and entrepreneurs understand the business of being in business, then hey, I think I will have it going on. entrepreneurs are either pushed or pulled into entrepreneurship. I was pulled because all my life I never thought of doing anything else but what I'm doing now. And I remember once going to a fair or something like that, and the Governor General spoke, and then his wife cut the ribbon. And I said, no way, I will be the one doing the speaking and somebody else, it didn't matter whom, would cut the ribbon. So then I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I always knew that I wanted to be like this. But then it is never a straight path. It goes like this, it goes around, and 2 children got in the way. So I needed a job, and for a while I had a high-flying job. So I got to meet with Kofi Annan, I got to meet with Tony Blair and have discussions, and I thought I was changing the world. But deep inside of me, there was still this pull to be my own boss. So then the push came, because around about 2002, when I had already quietly started my business, Impact Training and Development Services, the push came because one morning I went to work, and that work was not there anymore. And all along I was praying, dear God, I needed enough money to just live life as I want to live it. And then when that happened, I was thinking, oh God, not now. And he was saying, yes, no, you asked for it. You can't tell me how to answer. This is how I'm answering you. So then that was it. I got up after all the crying and the belly aching and said, hey, you already have your foundation. Go there and make it happen.
Scotiabank can help you get your business growing. It all starts with a conversation. Talk to one of our business banking advisors today. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Honor, integrity, and passion are at the core of Chivas Regal Scotch Whiskey. These values are also attributes found in the entrepreneurs featured in Entrepreneurs Anonymous. We call them Modern Knights. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit and need help getting your own business started, Chivas would like to hear from you. Email us an outline of your business plan and you could win a grant of $3,000 from Chivas to support your business venture. Are you a modern knight? If you have a great idea, you need a great domain name. And now it's as easy as ABC. Secure your domain name plus free email, hosting, and a website builder for one low price. What are you waiting for? abceeasysites.com.
So I say, let's plan our vacation, and suddenly everyone's on Liat.com. My wife announces Liat.com, a nice hotel near restaurants and shopping malls. Must hide credit card. The kids want to Liat.com fun activities, and since someone has to be the sensible one, I'll Liat.com flights, or travel insurance, and a car. Well, sort of sensible.
Liat.com. What else do you need?
If you like this show, share it with your friends. Watch your favorite shows on demand and in HD on Trident10.tv.
Well, aha moments, I think about it all the time whenever I hear people say they had an aha moment. But to me, it is a little bit of moments, little bits of moment. And suddenly it is, aha, I can do this. And I've been doing it all along. It is just that maybe I've not been making money from it. But I've been doing it all along. And my aha moment really would be, first of all, I was an accountant. And then, because it was what we try to call in the industry a one-door NGO, where you got to do a little bit of everything. And I'm also a trained public speaker. I was once asked to help somebody do the public speaking. And I was thinking, this could not be me, who is just hitting this and nailing it. And this is what I want really to do with the rest of my life. The dream is over, the reality is here, and I'm doing this. My journey would have been like most journeys, with the bumps, the twists, and the turns, the times when you ask yourself, is this really making sense? Is this what I want to do? So you start a business and you start to realize where your weaknesses and your strengths are. My strength was in delivering on the product. My weakness, and still is a little bit, is marketing myself and getting people to know that, hey, this is something good out there. This is something from the Caribbean that can compare with the world level. It is getting people to understand that. Part of the journey was also to start another business. And the lesson I learned from that was, if you are going to do a business, you better do one that your heart is in. Because I saw just a business opportunity, the market was ready for this, and I thought I would go after it. And then what happened was, probably $100,000 in debt later, I was still agonizing. Was I going to do this, or was I going to stop it? And one morning I remember I went by a little old lady. Her name is Chessel Rock. And I used to get turnovers from her for my other business. And she said to me, Lorna, you're looking so sad today. What happened? I said, well, I don't know if I should continue with this business or if I should stop. She said, well, I can't help you make that decision, but what I could tell you is don't let that business eat what it didn't cook. And I said, aha, it had already started to eat what it didn't cook. So I left her place at 7:30, and by 10 o'clock I had all the boxes to pack up that business and move on. So moving from that business then, that helped me to realize that my passion and my heart is in where I can help people. It sounds a bit passé or whatever when people say that, but what keeps me going is every time somebody said, wow, because of you, I was able to do this. Because of you, I stopped doing that. And then the money, which as far as I'm concerned, is just an objective verifier of my capacity to deliver. It really doesn't matter. It just tells me, yes, I can deliver. This was something I always wanted to do, not just to work for myself, but to make a difference in the lives of people. And then when I had my other job where I traveled the entire Caribbean and to some extent the world, I see where there must be thought leaders. There must be people willing to step out front and say, hey, this is how you can live life, not only in terms of giving instructions, but by living the life that you would like people to live and being an example and saying to people, hey, you're only ordinary because you think you're ordinary. But if you think you're special and recognize that you have something to contribute, not only to your little area, but to the world at large, well then, if I can get in my lifetime 10 people to do that, well then I think I'm successful. I can't imagine not having a support system. The reason I think support systems are important, not only because they're necessary, but it helps to remind you that asking for help is a strength. It is not a weakness. We think that when you ask for help, you're so weak, and then we try to do a lot of things on our own that we had no business doing on our own. So I have friends who double back as colleagues and who double back as sounding boards. Some will say, like, go on with your bad self, as my friend Richie does, and some will say, go and start and come again. And then I have business partners, I have coaches, I have mentors, and thanks to things like the internet, they're located all over the world in all sorts of professions. And I call them my circle of experience, because I have people who keep me on track. I have accountability partners who say to me, hello, you said you set this goal, what have you done? And the great thing about that is if I know that Michael is going to call and ask me about what I've done, I do something, so I have something to say to him that I have done. So I don't think that you should even think of stepping out to be an entrepreneur or start a business unless you have a support system.
integrity and passion are at the core of Chivas Regal Scotch Whiskey. These values are also attributes found in the entrepreneurs featured in Entrepreneurs Anonymous. We call them modern knights. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit and need help getting your own business started, Chivas would like to hear from you. Email us an outline of your business plan and you could win a grant of $3,000 from Chivas to support your business venture. Are you a modern knight?
Planning a business function, vacation getaway, or conference in Barbados? Visit the all-inclusive Island Inn Hotel, located within the Garrison Historic UNESCO Heritage Site and steps away from the capital Bridgetown. Let us amaze you with our simplicity, old world charm, and a true Bajan experience. Island Inn Hotel, Barbados. Let your Caribbean dreams come true.
Scotiabank can help you get your business growing. It all starts with a conversation. Talk to one of our business banking advisors today. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
If you have a great idea, you need a great domain name. And now it's as easy as ABC. Secure your domain name plus free email, hosting, and a website builder for one low price. What are you waiting for? abceeasysites.com.
Hi, my name is Danny Fenty, the owner of and creative director at Vivid Gear Studios. We are a design studio dedicated to producing quality, affordable, cutting-edge, creative solutions for your productions. Amongst our other services, we produce high-end motion design, music, and 2D animation that will surely engage your target audience. But ask any entrepreneur. Starting your own business is not the easiest task in the world. It takes hard work, lots of time, and a whole lot of patience, not to mention risks. That's why we support Entrepreneurs Anonymous, a support network for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, a place, a haven where we can share our experiences, provide solutions, as well as give and receive encouragement. It is an ideal place for any entrepreneur, no matter how young or how old. Entrepreneurship is an addiction, and let's face it, we need our circle.
If you like this show, share it with your friends. Watch your favorite shows on demand and in HD on Trident10.tv.
Business Tips, brought to you by the Small Business Unit of the Ministry of Industry, Small Business and Rural Development.
If you need large sums of capital to launch your venture, go back to the drawing board. Simplify the idea until it's manageable as an early-stage venture. Demonstrate your worth before seeking investment. If your concept is successful, your chances of raising capital from investors will dramatically improve.
My most memorable hurdle was getting money to start the businesses that I have started. I think that, I don't like the term, but if I had to describe myself, I will say I'm a serial entrepreneur, where if I get a business idea, when I leave here today, I will just pass by corporate affairs and register it. So I have business just sitting there in a cabinet waiting to be started. So I will just start a business, and my biggest thing sometimes is finding the money to start a business. But contrary to what people think, notice I didn't say the money, I said it was finding it. Because I think that as an entrepreneur, one of your greatest skills, you don't need the money, you need to be able to negotiate. And when you can negotiate, either the money comes or what it was you wanted to do with the money, you get to do it. So because my negotiating skills are strong, coming from a trade union background, well then I get over hurdles by negotiating, by going into places knowing exactly what I want to come back out with. And for the most part, coming back with it because I started out knowing what it was I wanted. And if I had to leave one thing with anybody in terms of hurdle, is know what you want. Because I don't have a lot of time. when I ask people, so what do you want me to do for you? And they say, I don't know yet. In that moment, it's all lost for them. If at first you don't succeed, suck again. That's what I will say success is. Because you have to keep trying and trying and trying. And you will find that in business, that being an overnight success takes at least 10 years of blood, sweat, tears, sleepless nights. But I define success as living life on my own terms. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter if at the end of the day you can't define what your life is. And to me, that is what success represents. It means that I can decide when I go to the gym, when I work, I can get up out of my bed and go straight to my computer, write an article, send it off, do a blog post, send it off, plan a training program, and then the rest of the day is mine. It means that I can buy what I want when I want, or choose not to buy what I want when I want. It means that I can be as spiritual as I want to be, and unapologetically so. And it means that I just live life on my own terms. When I think of a special quote or verse, I think of the hook line from Kenny Rogers' song that says, when you put your heart in it, it can take you anywhere. Who's to say that we can't win it when it's the same dream that we share? And to me, that encompasses everything that is entrepreneurial, because you can't do it alone. And if you don't dream, you don't know where you are going. And if you don't put your heart in it, the passion, the blood, the sweat and tears will not be worth anything. So when you put your heart in it, it will take you anywhere.
BMW Keys to Success, powered by McInerney Quality Incorporated.
My keys to success would be the quality of your relationships, first of all. You need to form relationships. You need to take over a market one relationship at a time. You need to build your business one relationship at a time. The other key to success is believing in yourself and believing in what you do. I have absolute belief in myself and my capacity to deliver on my dream. It is keeping promises that you make, not to the world out there, but keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Because if you can't keep the promises that you make to yourself, you won't keep the promises that you make to your customers. And it is just being focused. And it is just taking one step at a time and one step at a time and pushing it back. And my biggest key to success, as far as I'm concerned, is embracing failure and learning the tough lessons from it. When my business failed, everybody behaved as though a marriage had failed. To me, that's business. But what did I learn? One of the biggest things I learned was my emotional commitment to location. That location was chosen because I did not want to drive into town every morning, even though I knew that that business would have been better off located in Bridgetown. So when you understand these things, and when you understand the business of being in business, it does not mean that you just, because you are a good chef or because you are a good hairdresser, that you understand business. Surrounding you and supporting you is the business of being in business, which every entrepreneur and every small business person needs to understand. Well then, success is assured.
Life is full of possibilities, just waiting to be discovered. At Scotiabank, we believe in possibilities. For over 100 years, our customers have looked to us to help them uncover what's possible in life, in their finances, and in their future. Because when you believe that anything is possible, anything is. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
If you have a great idea, you need a great domain name. And now it's as easy as ABC. Secure your domain name plus free email, hosting, and a website builder for one low price. What are you waiting for? abceeasysites.com.
Share the joy of a Kia. Share the joy of a Kia. Feel the comfort of a car that takes you miles and miles apart. Share the beauty of the ride that takes you everywhere in style. Highly rated in this class, with every dream in mind to surpass. Share the joy of a Kia. Share the joy of a Kia. Share the joy of a Kia. Share the joy of a Kia.
Honor, integrity, and passion are at the core of Chivas Regal Scotch Whiskey. These values are also attributes found in the entrepreneurs featured in Entrepreneurs Anonymous. We call them modern knights. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit and need help getting your own business started, Chivas would like to hear from you. Email us an outline of your business plan and you could win a grant of $3,000 from Chivas to support your business venture. Are you a modern knight? If you like this show, share it with your friends. Watch your favorite shows on demand and in HD on Trident10.tv.
Well, there are always future plans. It is what makes me jump off my bed in the morning, because there's always another area to conquer, another thing that I haven't done yet. And what I'm working on and what I really want to do is to become as good via the internet and reaching the million people that I want to reach, instead of just the ones that I reach on the ground. So I'm working on building my business via the internet. Then women are still my passion, so I've already started Sassy Lifestyles, a way of life to let you know that regardless of if you are a maid or a manager, you can be sassy and you can live the life that you want right where you are. And that is consuming me, along with establishing and growing company, a business called, you guessed it, the business of being in business.
If you like this show, share it with your friends. Watch your favorite shows on demand and in HD on Trident10.tv.